Good evening, guys. Say good evening, folks. It's your bro, Richie here. So good evening to y'all. Tonight in this video, I'm back with another car explanation video for y'all. So I'm taking a break from doing cars for Need for Speed because there's so much that I won't have any storage left over. So figured I'm gonna pick like some of the cars for Need for Speed I want to do, considering there's a lot. And it's just just don't have the time or anything like that. It is a lot of work to go through from this, but yeah. So I figured I'll do at least a few. I might do more in the near future. Uh, if I have to get an upgraded phone, then maybe, I don't know. Either it would be a new channel or still the same one. I have no idea, but at some point it might happen. You never know. But in the meantime, I'll just keep it simple and just try to break it down as much. So, so now back to reality with real life cars. This one, yeah, as such, but I'll explain. So, with that being said, let's get started with tonight's video. So, tonight in this video, I'll be talking to you all about a concept car, which this one looks futuristic to me personally. So the car I'll be talking to you about. So the car I'll be talking to you all about is the. So the car I'll be talking to you all about is the Ford GT90, not the GT40, but the GT90. All right, so before I start, make sure you guys all like the video, subscribe. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment below what y'all think. Hit the notification bell, and hit all so you learn when I make brand new uploads. Listen to 2.5 minutes, not bad. All right, so without any further ado, let's begin. So the Ford GT90. Here we go. So the GT90 is a high performance concept car. High performance concept car. That was both developed and manufactured by American car maker Ford. Well, manufacturer, but still the same thing. Ford. It was unveiled in January 1995. So during January of the mid 90s. So the mid 1990s. So the start of the very mid 1990s at the Detroit Auto Show. As of 2025, last year, the cars owned by Hajek, I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled H-A-J, E.K.A. Motorsports Museum, or HMM. So Hajek, I can't pronounce that, Motorsports Museum in Ames, I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled A-M, so it's this four-letter word, it's spelled A-M-E-S, so A-M-E-S, Oklahoma, so Oklahoma, in the state of Oklahoma. It was displayed at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles, California. So in Los Angeles, California, modern concepts exhibit from September 2024 to July of last year, 2025. Shows around for April, May, June. It's around 10 months. Around 10 months it was. So from September 2024 to from September 2024 to July 2025. So around 10 months. It's not too bad. Almost a full year. Okay, so overviews next. So let's do it. So manufacturer is obviously by the legendary FMC, Ford Motor Company. Production was from 1995. Assembly was in Dearborn, Wayne County, Michigan. Um, designer was James Hope. Is it Dearborn, Michigan? It's in the city of Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan. Located about 12 miles west of downtown Detroit. Um, so in Dearborn, Wayne County, Michigan. This is assembly. Designer was James Hope. Body and chassis next. The class was a concept car. Body styles a two-door coupe. Layout was rear mid motor rear wheel drive. The platform was both an aluminum. The platform was both an aluminum and carbon fiber. So aluminum and carbon fiber, uh, structural skin chassis with steel for extra torsional rigidity. Powertrain is next. For the motor, it is just crazy because this is the first ever Ford to use this motor configuration. It's a 5.9 liter. So it's a 5.9 liter quad turbocharged. So it's four turbos like a Bugatti Veyron, Chiron, and all that. So 5.9 liter quad turbocharged, DOHC, so dual or double overhead camshaft V12 motor. It produced 720 horsepower. Not bad, despite it being a concept car only, but it's not bad. It's not too bad. Makes similar power as both the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, 2012, and the 2011 Pagani Huayra, but it cost like 5, 6, 7 times as much, or maybe less than that. I don't know. And they're lighter and they handle a lot better. But it made 700. It made 720 horsepower. Transmission was an FFT Ricardo, a five. So an FFT Ricardo. So FFT Ricardo, a 5-speed manual. Not bad. At least it was not an automatic. I mean, it was not a 6-speed, but yeah, at least it was a manual, so that's pretty good. Now dimensions. This just kills me because it just usually is confusing. I'm like, why? It just takes forever with dimensions, but oh well, part of the channel will have to do it. I mean, it's my way, my rule. Because I plan it and I just stick with it. I know, it is a bit too tiring, but I got no choice. Obviously, I have to tell you so you would know. Because if I don't, how would you know? So wheelbase goes in at 2946 millimeters, dead on straight at 116 inches. Length dead on straight at 4470 millimeters. Dead on straight also at 176 inches, 60 inches more than wheelbase. Width goes in at 1963 millimeters. 1963 millimeters. Dead on straight at 77 inches. Height goes in at dead on straight at 1140 millimeters. Dead on straight at 45 inches. Curb weight dead on straight at 3,200 pounds. Well, 3,199, but just ran up to 3,200. 3,200 pounds, which is around 1,451 kilos. Round it down, it's like 1,450. down straight kilos. Chronology is its predecessor, the spiritual Ford GT40. GT40. Reason being is because the reason why they call it the GT40, which is a little quote from Top Gear, is because it was approximately 40 inches tall. So if the new GT40, so if the new Ford GT at that time was like 43 inches tall, as it was mentioned in Top Gear, they should have called it the GT43. I don't know. So if this was the GT90, presumably they might have called it the G. So if this was the GT90, presumably it might have been 90 inches tall. I'm just literally rambling a bunch of nonsense. Why am I doing this? But yeah, no, I'm rambling a bunch of crap. Anyways, it was displayed at the Peterson Automotive Museums. So Peterson Automotive Museums Modern Concepts exhibit in Los Angeles, California from September 2024 till July last year. Alright, so basically I'm gonna be finishing all of this because I want to get this done. There's not much anyway for each part. Starting off with the first, sorry, so the next part is the design. So this mid-motor mid-motor GT90. So the exhibit from September 2024 to last year of July. So 2020, so July 2025. Next up is design. So next up is design. This mid-motor GT90's a spiritual successor to the Ford GT40, taking from it some styling cues such as doors that cut into the roofline, but little else. In regards to both angles and glass, the GT90 is the first Ford to display first Ford to this first Ford to this I can't talk. First Ford to this first Ford first Ford to display to display so display the company's new edge design philosophy. The GT90s built around a honeycomb section aluminum structural skin, and its body panels were molded from carbon fiber. So it keeps the weight down, so it keeps it light, which is perfect. So like I said, I'm going to be finishing all this. Sorry for repeating, because I just have a headache pretty much. So I felt weary, kind of sick, but no. So I don't know what is wrong with me. Like, I felt a little bit weird inside, I had a headache, burning, like, it's like I'm not feeling well or something. I can't properly describe it. I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, I feel a little bit of a headache, but not too much. I feel like I have too much pressure or something. I can't explain this properly, but I do feel like I'm burning a little bit, but not as much as I would have thought, like would have predicted. But oh well, I'll be fine. But I'm starting to feel a little bit lightheaded now. Oh my god, I wonder why. Oh, it's like oh my god. Yeah, I am a little bit tired. I feel like I'm gonna get a headache because I legit feel lightheaded. I just feel like it's putting a bunch of pressure in my head. Like, what the heck? Unbelievable. Anyways, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay, guys. Don't worry. Alright, next is performance data. So the GT90s, uh 48 valve 48 valve quad 48 valve DOHC. So the GT90s DOHC, so dual overhead cam or double overhead camshaft. Um 48 valve quad, so the GT90s DOHC, so dual overhead camshaft, or just dual overhead cam, so just dual overhead cam in general. Uh 48 valve quad turbocharged uh V12 motors V12 motors constructed on an aluminum motor block, so both that aluminum motor block and cylinder heads. Displaces 5.9, close to 6 liters. Close to a 6 liter V12 almost. And produces an estimated 720 horsepower. So 720 horsepower and 660 pound feet. So 660 pound feet. 8 8 800 and so 895 newton meters of torque. This is kind of interesting because usually when I talk about cars, they displace the RPMs, but for this one, they don't. I don't know. Anyway, so 660 pound feet, 660 pound feet, 895 newton meters, 895 newton meters of torque. Um, it has a red line of